Frozen is one of the best anime films I have ever seen. This film could compete with any other animated film. It could compete with Studio Ghibli films. It could compete with Beauty and the Beast. It could even compete with Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. It's that good. This isn't just a great film. This is what a masterpiece looks like. Hello everyone, Ash here. And this is my very first Movies Ash Loves. Now, I've done in-depth reviews before, but not to my favorite movies. And this is the very first one. And tonight I'm doing an in-depth review of Frozen. Now, Frozen starts off with men gathering ice. There's also a young boy with them and his reindeer gathering ice as well. They're also singing a song. I like the way the song is composed here, and I like the way it's sung. It helps set the tone for the film. After that scene, we cut to two sisters, Anna and Elsa, both little girls. Elsa is in bed, and Anna comes and wakes her up. She tells Anna to go to bed, but Anna can't sleep right now. The sky is up, so she is up. And so Elsa throws Anya off the bed, and then Anya goes up to her and goes, "Do you want to build a snowman?" And then Elsa looks at her and goes, "Okay." And so they run downstairs, and we see Elsa's snow powers in action. This is one of the reasons why I love Frozen. The writing. The writer of this film could have easily half-assed it and made Anya jealous of Elsa's frozen powers and get hateful, almost to the point of hateful, and vice versa could have made Elsa hate having her frozen powers. And I'll get more into Elsa and her powers later, but the way she writes this scene is a thing of genius. Because what we're seeing is that these two little girls, there's no fear, there's no terror here. These are two kids having a great time with these frozen powers that Elsa possesses. And in that situation, I probably have a great time too. I think any little kid, if your brother or sister had those type of powers, you would, in general, probably love having them. At that age, you would not be terrified. You would love having them. And I really love the fact they put that in there. And the relationship between the sisters, I'm going to get more into later, but my God, this is a great way to start a film. As the film continues, as they're having fun, the fun comes to an abrupt end when Elsa accidentally hits her sister Anya with her frozen powers. So, from the fun they were having now becomes fear, as Elsa may have just killed Anya with that blast she hit her with by accident. She calls her mom and dad, and they come running in. The only choice they have is to take Anya to the Troll King. So after that, we see Elsa and Anya's mom and dad riding to the Troll King. They pass by Kristoff and Sven. Kristoff being the boy and Sven being the reindeer we saw in the beginning of the film. They follow them to where the troll people are. Then we meet the Troll King. Anya and Elsa's dad tells the Troll King what happened. And the Troll King says it's a good thing that Elsa only hit Anya on the head and not the heart. A frozen heart is hard to heal. So the Troll King erases all of Anya's memories of Elsa having the powers. The dad agrees and says that he's going to completely and totally lock down the kingdom so they can keep these powers a secret. Elsa doesn't agree with this at first and has a bit of a disappointment. The dad explains that this is for the best. The Troll King also explains to Elsa that she must learn to control her powers, that there is great beauty in them, but fear can be a great enemy. So after that, Elsa and Anya are separated. Elsa moves into a different room, and Anya is left by herself. This leads to the song, "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?" What I love about "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?" Not just the song itself. As much as I love the song, I love the relationship here. I love the relationship between Anna and Elsa, because as much as Elsa tries to distance herself from Anya, moving out of their room and into a different room, out of fear of the powers, even with all that, even with her distancing herself, Anya doesn't care. Anya's always going to love her sister no matter what she does, even if she distances herself. And we see it more and more, even as the older they get, we see that Anya still loves her sister and is always going to be there for her, even if Elsa doesn't want it. And in this part of the film, we see that the parents die in a ship accident. Their ship sinks to the bottom of the ocean. And then, at the funeral, we only see Anya. We don't see Elsa. And we don't see Elsa because of her powers. After that, we see Anya go to Elsa's door. Instead of being hateful or vengeful towards her for not going, it's a scene of sadness that she just wants to see her sister. So she sits by her sister's door. And in her sister's room, we see Elsa sitting by her door. They're sitting next to each other, only separated by a door. But we also see how much Elsa's powers have gone out of control. I love you. It's been a few years after the deaths of Elsa and Anna's parents, and we see a celebration is about to happen. Elsa is about to become queen. For Anna, this is a day of excitement. They're finally opening the castle walls. She finally gets to meet new people. She even dreams of meeting the one. The same can't be said for Elsa. She has been dreading this day. Her fear is that her powers could go out of control and people will find out that she has them, or worse, she hurts or even kills somebody with her powers on accident. And this is another theme about this film. Anna always sees hope. No matter how bleak the situation is, no matter how devastating it looks, Anna always has hope. Elsa doesn't. Elsa sees there's no hope. There's no escape for this. And this is a theme that's going to stay with this film throughout. Our next scene, we see Elsa running through the town excited when a horse bumps into her, and we meet Prince Hans. And here we have one of Disney's oldest cliches, the love at first sight. But here, it's done differently. It's done so smart, so intelligently. I'm not going to get to it right now, but later on I will talk about it. And I absolutely love it. So after Anna and Hans meet, we go to our next scene, which is Elsa being crowned queen. This is another scene I like because this is where the writers could have gone lazy. And this is where she exposes her powers. But they don't do it this way. She has to take off her gloves and hold these two items in her hand. And the fear is that that's when her powers will be exposed. However, instead of showing it that way, she just does it in just enough time where she's able to put back down, put her gloves on, and become queen. So after Elsa's become queen, we're in the ballroom and Anna and Elsa start talking. Anna asks the question why they can't do this more often, why they can't have more balls, and Elsa says we can't do that. And she goes, why? And Elsa goes, we just can't. And then we meet Prince Hans again. And here we see Hans and Anna start talking and getting to know each other. And then they go into song about how they're in love with each other, how they want to be together for the rest of their lives, without having any clue about what love is or what it means to be in love. And then, of course, Hans proposes to Anna. And she says yes. So Anna and Hans look to get their marriage blessed by Elsa. And Elsa says no. Anna protests, asking why, and Elsa gives the logical reason. You just met him. They get into a bit of an argument about why the castle cannot be opened, and that how Anna can't stay in the castle anymore, and Elsa tells her, then leave. And then Anna takes off one of Elsa's gloves by accident, which in turn accidentally causes Elsa to use her powers. And now, everyone knows Elsa has these frozen powers. Elsa gets out of there and goes into the woods, accidentally triggering a huge snowstorm in the middle of summer. This also becomes a huge problem because all the ships are now frozen in ice and can't get out. And here we see what type of character Anna is. Anna lacks street smarts, but she does have book smarts. She left Prince Hans in charge, not because she's in love with him, but because she knows he's a prince and he knows what to do when these type of situations come down. And the reason why Anna's leaving the castle is she needs to retrieve her sister, believing her sister could put an end to this winter and bring back summer. Anna also says it was her fault that her sister lost control of her powers in the first place, and has to set things right. Anna has a good heart. She's a good person and deeply cares about her sister. The problem is she lacks the street smarts. She has the book smarts, but she lacks the street smarts. But anyways, she rides off to find her sister. And our next scene, we get one of the greatest songs I have ever heard.